Hey there! If you're seeing this video on YouTube, it is because of the generous support of my patrons. They allow me to create extra content and release snippets of it to you at a later date. I want to take a moment to thank them all, past, present, and future. Here are some of their names, but just really I am so thankful they allow me to make this work and do this as a job. If you're interested in joining for exclusive content or helping pick the topics, there are links in the description box below. Enjoy. Hey there, and welcome to tonight's Reiki session. We are going to be working with body transformation. And this is a very delicate topic with a range of different people and body types. And so we are working with all the different aspects. Working with weight loss, working with healing our relationship to ourselves and acceptance. Working with strengthening and empowering our body and our energy reserves to make these changes and transformations. And so since this all involves quite a bit, and there's quite a bit of discussion I think that needs to happen, this will probably be a more chatty session. And I just want to reiterate that this is meant to support us, not to break us down, definitely not to make us feel unworthy of our bodies. And I'm going to start us off with a smoke cleanse to get us sort of centered and talk a little bit more about the different sections of this session so that you know what to expect going in before we get started, okay? So bringing in some incense. And I just, this is just my favorite Nag Champa. I like it. It feels comfortable to me. So bringing in a little bit of incense to clear out the space. Allowing you a moment to start to settle into this session. Starting to bring your focus to your breath and to centering yourself here. We're letting thoughts of the day drop away as we come into this session. So for tonight's Reiki healing, we're going to start off first with a section of releasing, and whether that is releasing weight, releasing bad habits, releasing unwanted thoughts towards ourselves. We want to really start with our sort of mental picture as we head into this journey. So starting with releasing, and then moving into bringing in or strengthening the body, empowering our spirits, inviting into our energy bodies any of the wanted energy. And then lastly, we're going to move towards acceptance and working with healing what is, healing how we look at ourselves, healing how we talk to ourselves, healing how we talk to others. Oftentimes, issues that we have with our bodies are the first thing we notice with someone else. So doing some acceptance and healing around our bodies. And I'm going to put this incense down. So before we start any of that, I want to bring in some quartz and start to work with our intention so that we can, whatever you came to this video to transform about yourself, I want you to really solidify and connect to that intention that you're feeling, that need for transformation. And I'm going to just work with this quartz, sort of empowering your intention as you think through it, and we talk through it a little bit. And this is, I think it was called sugar quartz for all these little tiny sweet crystal pieces around the edge there. But I like it for all the different parts of ourselves. Are really supportive, helps us feel and honor our multifaceted selves, I guess. But bringing this quartz really in to, I want you to start to think about what transformation you want in your body. And there's nothing wrong with, wanting to be skinnier or, whatever it is that you feel you need to transform your body, if that's weight loss, if that's weight gain and strengthening, if it's health or physical aspects of ourselves, our appearance. And if you start to think about what that body is and what you want, try to feel it. Try to really put yourself in what it would be like, what you think that would feel like. And you're setting your goals and your intentions here. I strongly suggest not putting a number on things. Instead, start to connect to the reasons why you want that certain body type. So not just like lose 20 pounds, but you want to wear a certain dress. Or you think you could do a certain activity. You think you'd have a certain feeling about your body. Whatever it is, starting to refine our intention. We're looking to clarify our wants and needs. And connecting that body and your thoughts about that body to certain activities, certain places, seeing yourself move through the world. Perhaps now you go hiking. Perhaps it has other changes in your lifestyle. Perhaps you become a gym girly or boy. And you're up on Saturdays with your smoothie and you think that that seems really nice. And don't worry too much about deciding if this comes with a lifetime commitment. Just because you enjoy going to the gym on Saturdays for a few years doesn't mean you need a lifetime commitment here. We can enjoy and go through phases of our lives. So don't worry about marrying this intention. And just hold that thought for a minute more, connecting as deeply as you can with your intention for transformation, allowing it to be a seed that we open during this session. We will send energy to it, allowing it to unfurl, beginning our transformation. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to start us off with some optical calcite. Apologies, it's blue jay season, so you're going to hear them just yelling at all of us. But I want to start with optical calcite because it's such a good stone for sort of clearing. Look, it's clear, it's see-through. But it's also a really good stone at shifting perspective, seeing things more clearly, hopefully defining your intention, that sort of stuff. And when we talk about clearing, perhaps this is a moment to think about weight. If we're trying to clear weight from the body, it feels like almost like heavy emotion sort of sitting on you, a stagnation. Looking to clear that away. Looking to clear away bad habits. Perhaps we are not eating the way we want to, or forgetting to eat altogether. Clearing away those, sometimes we'll not eat for a day and then binge eat, or whatever those sort of habits that we might have around how we care for our body. Clearing and removing unwanted thoughts that we have about ourselves. Most of the things that we want to do with our new bodies as we transform, we could probably start doing a little bit of them already. And so starting to shift our perspective. We want to do body transformation because we want to go hiking more with a friend. We'll start hiking now, and that will be part of that transformation process. Starting slow. So clearing these perceptions we have around what is possible for our current body. And I'm trying to give many examples. Please know that I am trying to include everybody and every relationship they might have to their body. So please shift these intentions to your need. But the general idea is just clearing, doing a big sweep, releasing. And I'm just going to be pulling this optical calcite down through the chakra column. I am not focusing on one energy point throughout the body. Usually the ways we relate to ourselves and our food is very tied up. All kinds of things. Socioeconomic, how we were raised, genetics. So we're looking to clear top to bottom. New house. And this is one of those sessions, if it feels okay to just do small bits of it at a time and come back to it, that's totally fine. If it's feeling a little overwhelming, that's okay. You don't have to watch the entire thing or move through the entire session. You can just take the bits that resonate with you. Just pulling out and releasing. Beautiful. So that's some optical calcite. Sorry, my kitty's meowing. Optical calcite for clearing and pulling out, releasing all that stuff, that extra weight, those bad habits, those negative thoughts, really clearing through. So laying a good foundation. And I wanted to work with natural citrine as we're still clearing away. This has a nice, bright, empowering energy while still being very clear and bringing in some clarity. So refining and working with our intention, sort of clarifying and centering it within ourselves. And I'm just going to be running this the same as the optical calcite, starting in the crown, moving down. My hope with this is to clear and empower as we're moving through, adding sort of a spotlight of sunshine. You can think of it like a sun ray coming in and illuminating as we're clearing house. And citrine really resonates with the solar plexus. This is sort of the source of our willpower. Making changes to the body is very much a testament to our will, enacting our will on our physical world and experiences. And I like citrine lastly because it's quite physically healing. Doing what we can to clear out physical ailments in the body, push ourselves towards healing in whatever capacity is possible. And then massaging that energy in, really integrating it with our core being. Really integrating all of those energies together, releasing from the body, releasing from our habits, releasing from our thoughts, and leaving behind this sort of united, clear self, ready for the next step of empowerment and strengthening. Sort of a clear, united whiteboard that we can write our intentions on in the next stage. Sorry, my battery died. Bringing that citrine, empowering, healing, perfect. So that's a little piece of natural citrine. It's barely got any yellow to it. It's just a real hint of yellow. Sometimes looks like smoky quartz to people, but it is not. You can tell the difference. So bringing in some red calcite. Oh, she's looking really pretty in this. Maybe it's the contrast of the purple background, but it's looking really nice. So bringing in some red calcite to start to strengthen and empower our energy. We want to start calling in that transformation, calling in that power to do such things, to make these huge leaps with ourselves. And I'm using this piece of red calcite because it feels strengthening and energizing, but it also has a really solid foundation to it. And that feels applicable. We don't want to build up this strength. We don't want to build up these habits, this new energy or transformation if we don't have a solid foundation to back it up. We're looking to change how we are in the world, change our body, change our shape. And so we want to make sure that that comes with a strong foundation, that we are able to find encouragement or motivation, whatever it is that we need. Find that foundational energy. And I love calcites in general because I find their energy is very steady and solid. There's something sort of smoothing. It's not like a burst of fire. It's not a flash in the pan. It feels much more steady. I find carnelian and other sort of fiery stones to be a little overwhelming. We don't want to blow ourselves out. We don't want to do burnout. We want slow, steady changes and transformations. And I'm bringing this energy up through the body. Right now, starting at the root, pulling all the way up. Kind of reverse of what we were doing in the clearing. We're like bringing this strength, calling in that vitality, courage, confidence. Making changes to your body can really be a hit to your confidence, even as you start to make those changes, because you'll go somewhere and people are like, oh my goodness, you know, you look like you've been working out, or you look like you've been dieting, and it's just not always the best to get comments, even as well-meaning as they are, on our bodies. So bringing in that confidence up, up, up. Breathing that in. Filling ourselves up with this beautiful energy. Allowing that energy to distribute through the body, reaching the edges of our aura, pulling that all the way out. We want to feel that fully in our body, that confidence, that strength. That passion for this change. We want to be really fired up, excited, passionate. The long and strong foundation to it, because we don't want to, again, just burn it out in a minute. We don't want to get so excited to make our changes and only give ourselves a few weeks. We want this to be lasting for the next few months, few years, not eternity. Beautiful. So that was some red calcite, bringing that in to strength and courage and confidence with a nice foundation to last us for a little bit. And I like this one because the raw red calcite sort of looks like a flame or something, or I don't know, some gems. Just really looks pretty to me. So for the next stone, this one doesn't show up quite as well on camera. For the next stone, I'm going to bring in Pietersite. And Pietersite's kind of similar to like tiger's eye mixed in there with it. But this is a beautiful stone for manifesting, for transformation, for kind of taking our mental ideas and our physical will and putting them together out into the world. And so we're bringing this in as we start to strengthen and transform transform our bodies, transform our thoughts as well, our habits. We want to call in that change. And as you make this transformation and you make these changes, maybe you know now how it works out. If not, we're calling in that invitation to find that knowledge, to find teachers, to find programs that can help support us. We're also looking to build up our strength and vitality in the body, that we have endurance, that we have extra energy, that we make time for rest and recuperation. Part of becoming stronger is learning when to rest. So making sure we find time to nourish and rest with our body to best support these changes and transformations. And with this stone, I'm not so much pulling energy up or releasing energy down, but igniting the energy already there, empowering and strengthening what's there. So tapping into each of our energy centers and sending them empowerment, sending them growth, strength, power. And as we open ourselves up to this strength and transformation, opening up our mind's eye and what is possible, empowering ourselves to think bigger, sending strength to our spirits, keeping us hopeful and optimistic. Beautiful. Just hopefully really layering in that ability and power to make change. So Pietersite, which really does not show up well here, it's kind of this walnutty, it's like if someone took tiger's eye, mixed it with these blue shimmers. Quite an interesting stone. And now I want to start moving us more towards acceptance and self-love and bringing in those energies, but still a little bit transformative. And so I have some ruby here, which does have some passion, it has power, it has really a strong sense of self and sharing that self. Sometimes when people are feeling a lack of confidence, they might, kings wore rubies. It's got this juice to it. And my ruby is quite purple, which makes sense knowing me that I would choose the purple one. And this one came from India, I believe. Bringing in a little bit of that self-acceptance, self-love, passion. Body transformation stuff can be really hard because we're feeling low confidence because we're not happy with our body. And really you've got to have this sense of self, sense that you are worth that. Change, you're worth the effort to be who you want to be. Your body as it is right now is deserving of time and energy and care. Your body as it is right now deserves health and pleasure. You deserve fun outfits as you are now. So you want to really connect with that worth. I think there's a misconception that, with especially like weight loss and things, that the self-love will come at the end when you meet your goal weight. But that is very untrue. Self-love is found at the beginning of the journey. It is what allows you to make that entire journey. If we don't start with self-love and acceptance, it becomes much harder because we're coming from a place of hating ourselves. So recognizing that a lot of the qualities we're looking for are already quite present. That beauty that we're hoping to unveil is already there. And so with this ruby, just like the Pietersite, we're looking to activate from within. We're looking to grow that warmth. And pulling some of that love and acceptance to the surface. Pulling up that power from within. Most of the time, the hate that we show ourselves is something we've learned. We sort of take on someone else's opinion and apply it to ourselves. And so I want to pull out that inner child that accepts themselves. That inner child that knew what they wanted. Allow yourself to feel kind of bathed in that love and acceptance. Allow it to inspire you as you start this journey. Perhaps you haven't started it, I don't know, you might be well on your way, but from here forward, we're hoping that all of this work, all of this effort you're putting in is coming from a place of love for yourself. Beautiful. So that is a little ruby that I have. Quite some beautiful flash to it. It's been such a helpful pocket stone to carry around before when I'm feeling a little need of some boost and some passion. And then I wanted to end our session with Rhodochrosite. What we're doing right now is kind of tricky stuff. We're working through a lot of emotions around our body and how we relate to it. We literally, it's not something we can escape. We are in our body all day long. Most part, we disassociate, but I just want to bring this in and for self-love, but in the sense that you deserve that. You're showing up, you're trying hard, you're trying to actualize the things that you want. You're trying to make change, you're trying to be better, more, you know, whatever it is. And just realizing what a powerful person you are, that you show up for yourself, that you try to make change, and just that deserves its recognition. You deserve some healing. based off of that alone. So calling in some extra love and gratitude from the universe. Calling upon our angels, our guides, our guardians to assist us with this work. Calling in support systems. Whether that's support from family or friends. Layering in love and gratitude for ourselves and the process. It takes a lot to go through big changes in life. Hoping that we take care of ourselves along this path, that we act in our best interest for our highest good and purpose. Beautiful. Well, I'm hoping that we started some transformation, or at least gave you a nice support system for body transformation that you may be already doing. But really just sending you so much love and support on this process. I think that no matter how much you think you're adding in self-care, add more and more. This sort of work always pulls up old demons, and not all of those demons are our fault. Don't beat yourself up for having hate for yourself. That probably comes from someone else. So yeah, just sending you extra love throughout this process. So that was Rhodochrosite, and if you've ever been on my TikTok lives, you know how much I love this stone for just self-love. It also feels very community driven, so hopefully it helps you find your community to support you during these changes, because you do need support there. It can be difficult. Thank you so much for trusting your energy in this space, and I hope that it felt safe and was helpful for you. Sending you so much love. Thank you, and have a good night.